What's going on YouTube? Big welcome to you all to our channel. We are Team Crushing the Man and you can call me D-Boy. I'm here for you guys with the profile and this should be on Pale Moon, Alice, Nightmare Dolls. This deck is very strong. It is very devastating to play against, but you do need to be very skilled, especially in the Pale Moon clan to play this deck. Um, it is not that easy to play. You need to play test it a lot to get the right combo, and you don't want to combo too much because then you can't get the easy combos out, which are the strongest. Let's just go through the deck, then I'll explain what the card does, and then afterwards I will show you the combos that you could do with this deck, which there are a lot of combos that you could do with this deck. So first we play for Catherine and for Alice. The Catherine is really good, especially you do want to play the sleeves of her because the art on this card is amazing. So Nightmare Doll Catherine is the card that this deck got to make this deck very strong. Also, the Great One, the Great Two will I'll show you in a second. But still, Catherine's skill is when you ride her as your Vanguard, you can choose up to one card from your deck and put it into your soul. So you, when you play Catherine, you don't really need to play the starter, which searches up to 10 cards, the top 10 cards of your deck, and put one of them into your soul. You don't really need him. You can play any other starter because you do um, have Catherine's skill. Sometimes I even go Catherine into Catherine to use her skill again and again. Yeah. So her first skill is it's a continuous skill and it gives all your Nightmare Doll Alice the skill, which is 1k, which makes Alice an 11k attacker. But also, it does give her the skill is, if the attack didn't hit with Alice, then you can call up to one Alice from your soul. So first, Alice's skill is, if the attack does hit, you can put her into your soul, and you can call something else from your soul. But there is um, a mistake that a lot of you guys make playing this deck. First, you attack with the Alice. If the attack does hit, then you can use her skill to put in your soul and call something, which normally would be the Great 2 will, which I will show you in a minute. But if the attack didn't hit, then you can use the skill that Alice got from Catherine, which is you can call something from your soul, then put Alice into your soul. So you can't just, if the attack doesn't hit, then you can't put the Alice into your soul and call the Alice back. No, you can't do that. You do need to have two Alices, one on the field, one in your soul, to use Catherine's skill to call a second Alice, then put this Alice into your soul, then attack again. The attack didn't hit. Put the first use Catherine's skill to get the Alice off your soul, and then put this Alice into your soul. You do have to remember this if you play this deck, because this mistake does, or a lot of you guys do make this mistake. So I don't really want you to do it because you are then um, you're just misplaying because it doesn't work like this. The timing is really important in this deck, also in your combos, which I will show you in a minute. But normally, if the Alice attack does go through, which most of the people do want the attack to go through to just search for triggers, then you can use the Grade 2 skill, which is, let me see, her skill. So Genie's skill is when she is called from your soul, you can put her back into your soul and call on Alice and give her extra 5k. So let's say you have one of her in your soul, one Alice in your into your soul, and you have Catherine as your Vanguard, then you have the Alice attacks, the attack go through, then you can call um, Genie from your soul, put the Alice back, and then use her skill to put her into your soul and call the Alice and give her extra 5k. So now your Alice is 16k attacker instead of an 11k attacker. So that's why you play 4 of her. You do need to play 4 because for more consistency, and also sometimes you just want to ride her as your Vanguard just to get the her into your soul. So it's very good. Also, you don't really want to have her as a rearguard if you don't have any of her in your soul, because against decks like Kagero and even Royals or anything that could retire it, they will just kill her if they know what the deck does. Then I played for Brenda. I do like her skill, but you do want to play her. You have to be smart about playing her. So her skill is you just put this card into your soul, and then you choose one of your Workoroids. The most of the dolls are Workoroids, so she's a Workoroid. Most importantly, she's a Workoroid, and she is a Workoroid. But she is not. Brenda is not a Workoroid. She's an elf. So um, to put her into your soul and call one of your Workroids, and then if that unit goes into your soul, so the unit that you call, if that unit goes into your soul, then you can call her back, which does help out with this stride and to just fill up your field again to get more attacks. And then you can play any tech card that you want to. You you do play Nitro Juggler, or you play the 10k body, or you play the card that Jill, Jumping Jill is the card that gets the extra 3k when she's called from the soul. So you can play any of these cards because all of them are Workoroids. Um, she has a 10k body, which is good because this deck got can be rushed, but I don't really mind if I get rushed because then I can get more attacks in there. um, I don't really see why people play her because it's all about putting her into your soul and not calling her back. So getting the extra 3k is not really good, I think. And Nitro Juggler is just another card to get you the extra soul charge. Sometimes you get the right card, sometimes you don't, but that's always about just um block and just get the right pieces. So I do like him a lot. Also, I do call him multiple times from my soul to just get his skill off and put more cards into my soul, which I could use with an Artmore engine, or I could just use with another stride. So still good. For the Great One lineup, you do need to play the G Perfect Guard. I dislike using them, but you do need them. Because every counterblast is one more attack in this deck, so it's very important to play 4 cheaper guards. Also for stride fallers, because you do want to stride a lot, but you don't want to discard your Alice. So playing 4 of her, then playing 4 of the doll that restand is. So every time you call an Alice in front of her, she can restand, which give your Alice more power to attack with. This is one of the cards that also make this deck very strong. And she's a Workoroid, which is very important. These are not Workoroids, and the Perfect Guard is also not a Workoroid. And then you play 2 purple trapezes. This card is also very good. It's also good to when you play against decks like Kagero, or when you play this starter. Um, the thing about this deck is you do want to rely on your combo to win, but sometimes it doesn't work. And if it doesn't, then you need another combo to play. Playing him as a starter and having her into your soul is really good because you can use his skill, which is um, when you stride or when you ride on the top of your Vanguard, when you put anything on the top of your grade 3 Vanguard and you have a GB1, you can call him from your soul to the Rhaegar circle, and he can take something with him. So he takes the purple trapezes with him, which you can use the purple trapezes skill to put him back into your soul, which he will always go back into your soul using his own skill. And then with purple trapezes, you can call something else to the rearguard circle. Anything that you need for the combo, they can call back. The only problem with purple trapezes is she is not a Workoroid, so you can't put her back into your soul with your stride. But she goes back into your soul at the end of the turn anyway, because of the cat skill. Um, so yeah, it's an easy combo that you can use using cat and purple trapezes. Otherwise, you can use cat also um, with Branda to just also get more power. And you could just use Cat with with her to just put her into your soul and get the Alice, which is 16k. You can use Cat skill a lot in this deck. I don't really see people play him that much in this deck because they do want to play this card for more consistency. I do like him because he does give you that extra unit that you can use to just put more pressure on your opponent. For the Grade Zero lineup, I play 4 heals because you do need them, and the cheaper Figard is so good in this deck. Damn, it's really good. So yeah, you do need to play the 4 heal. Playing 4 draws because there are Warcoroids, and you do need the draw power in this deck because you don't have any. 4 crits, 4 Warcoroid crits, and where's my fourth? I don't know where my fourth is, but you do play for Warcoroids crits, and you play for uh, Poison Jugglers. The Poison Jugglers are also really good in this deck. Just put him into your soul and give something extra 3k is good because sometimes it's the extra 3k to your restanding is really good because you make her 10k, and that means that your Alice will attack for 21 each time, or 26, which is really good. Just put him into your soul, give her the extra 3k, and make her very strong column with Alice. For the strides, Pillmoon has really big variety of strides that you can play. For your first stride, you do want to go um, for Amanda because she has the Machi skill, which can give him the power to call more units. His skill is when you have up to 2 face-up cards with Machi in their card name, which I think the Jeeper Guard has that. Let me see. Let me see. No, it doesn't. If this card would have the Machi card, then it would be even stronger. But it doesn't. So, up to if you have up to 2 face-up cards with Machi in the card name, or if they have a Machi ability, then you can call up to 1 unit from your soul. He is very interesting even when you go into her first, then use then him second, use his skill to unflip another copy of her, then you have 2 of her face up, then you can call something, and on the next turn then you can use him again and unflip something else, then gets her skill off, or his skill off by calling something else. So he's really good. I don't really see why you should play more than 2, because you do have a lot of different strides like him. You get the extra crit when you call something, it's a GB3 skill. You should know all of these guys. I don't really want to explain them. The G Guardian, on the other hand, I do want to explain. You play 3 or 4 copy of him because he is really good. So G Guardians, if you don't know what those are, well, you just discard a heal from your hand if you are at the grade 3 and your opponent is at grade 3, or even grade 4, then you can just discard the heal trigger and put this card on your G guard. And he has the skill which is he get an extra 5k if you soul charge 3, which I don't see why or how that's a cost. It's only a plus for you. So you soul charge 3 cards or 2, let's see. Look at the 3 cards from the top of your deck, search one among them, and put it into your soul. So you search up to 3 cards from the top of your deck and put one of them into your soul, which is really good. You just get the Nightmare Doll, or you get the Alice, or anything that you want, and put into your soul. And then he get an extra 5k, which makes him a 20k blocker. Also, you have the Cray Elementals you can play. You have Sprees, you have the one Screw that get the extra 10k, and you also have the ones that have the resist ability. You can play any of these. It depends um, on the space that you have, and depend on uh, which one you do have. So I do like to play these 4 in almost every deck, but sometimes you don't really have the space, and sometimes you don't really have that strong ability that this guy does. So Also, the art on this card is really good. I mean, look at it with a chainsaw and everything. um, and then you also have your most important stride, which is the Nightmare Doll one. This is the card that gives you the combo with your Alice. So let's see your field looks like. You have a draw trigger in your hands. You have him as your starter, these cards in your soul. You just discarded the Stride Faller to get to Stride. You have Alice discards these. And Amanda. So yeah, you have Catherine as your Vanguard, and you did already stride into her, using your cat's skill to just fill up your field. And let's say you got in purple trapezes. Using purple trapezes, put the cat back into your soul, and then you call the Alice. Give her the, or you call this card if you have her into your soul. Put this card back into your deck and call the Alice. Give her the extra 5k. Then let's say you have her as your booster, and if you don't, you just call a draw trigger on anything, and you call something else from your hand, which is a Workroid. It doesn't really matter if it's this card, then you can do more combos, but if it's not, then it doesn't really matter because everything or anything which is a Workroid is still good. So you attack first using these two, which is still attacking for 11k. Then attack with her, which is only a 15k. Attack the rearguard or anything. Then if you get her skill off, it's good. If you don't, it's not a problem because you do want to get her skill first. So then you attack with this card. You get your drive check, and after that, um, you can use her skill, which is she goes back into your extra deck, and then you put up to 3 Warcroids from your field into your soul, and you call 2. The 2 that you call are these 2. Then using her skill, put her back into your soul, and then you call the Alice. And from now, you can attack multiple times. If the attack does hit, then you can use Alice's skill to get this card and give her the extra 5k. If it doesn't, then it's not a problem because you just put the Alice into your soul and call another Alice. Um, but yeah, using this combo, you do need to have her in your soul or on the field. On the field would be better because every drive check that you can get, every 5k that you can get, any power that you can get, you can give her that power because she restands with every attack that Alice make, and that's make her very strong. The same with Spike Brothers. Everything that restands does give the power again, and um, give you more power with your attacks. So this is the deck. I do hope that you did understand what the deck can do, especially the Nightmare Doll engine is really strong, but you should play it if you don't really understand it because you can just test it out. It's a very fun deck to play, but you do need to play it multiple times to be able to understand how the deck work because it's not that easy to play. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and tell me what you think about the deck, or tell me which other cards that you should or I should put in here, and also look at the art on this clan or on this deck. It's really amazing. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and till next time.